Cosmic alternative music.
Okay, so it came out last year in America, so the hype and coverage it received has almost completely disappeared. However, Matthew E. White's debut has only just come out over here in the UK, and riding along on its second wave of acclaim, the overall feeling is that we're in the presence of the first really great album of 2013. And it's not hard to see why. His head is full of old soul records, he wears his heart on his sleeve, which is pretty unfashionable these days, and not forgetting he has a great beard and specs. White's the kind of artist you just want to do really well. Now musically, the LP is pretty flawless. His own toned down take on Blue Eyed Soul, she's all 7 tracks, lifted with strings, horns and a choir that never sounds, that has just been added to give some weight to unworthy songs. It would be easy to criticise the record for trying too hard to sound uplifting and comforting, but it's impossible to do this as the music just makes you feel so damn good. And if the uplifting part comes from the music, then the comforting part is almost always found in Jesus. As I said before, unfashionable. You've probably seen this compared to Lamb Chop and also Cat Power roundabout when she recorded The Greatest, and those are both fair comparisons. But White's songs are a lot looser, more adventurous and full of surprises. On Gone Away, Hot Toddies and Brazos, there are perfect places to finish a song off or fade them out, but they all unexpectedly swerve off in a totally different direction and always to the benefit of the record. So is it the first great album of 2013? Well, yes and no. First of all, the title is pretty awful. Beginner, whatever. Now I love a good pun, but the less said about that title the better. Okay, musically the album is up there with the best of them. In fact, it's so good that you just wish White was a better singer. There, I said it. It's not that White has a bad voice, it's just that he doesn't seem to do anything with it, which is a huge shame. Every line, whether heartbroken or love-struck, is delivered with the same hushed murmur, which is fine for most of the record, but when the band gives us some Dr. John style funk on Big Love and Steady Pace, you just want him to step up and match the amazing music with some amazing vocals. Big Love is a highlight of the album, and it could easily be Elvis and Graham's hot band backing him up. On it, White plays a part of a lover who's been wronged, so he's packing up and moving on. But before he goes, he's on a mission to tell the two-timing woman exactly how it is and what she'll be missing. The problem is, the words are delivered as though it doesn't mean that much to him, when he should be snarling at her and setting her straight. No one's asking Matthew E. White to be Elvis, Otis, or even Tony Joe White, but the quality and depth of the music deserves a voice and attitude that really emphasises the dramatic highs and lows of real life, which at the end of the day is the essence of soul music. White is a hugely talented producer, arranger and session musician, first and foremost, so maybe none of this should come as a surprise. And the LP was put together to showcase his Spacebomb label, studio and in-house band in order to attract artists to record with him. Having all that set up is a throwback to Stax and Motown, and it's amazing and it is very cool, but it doesn't make him a better singer. Now that all might seem pretty harsh and a bit picky, but that's because White has only set the bar really high on all the other aspects of the LP. And don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic album and White deserves all the praise that's coming his way, but with better vocals it could have been a classic. The highlights of the record have already been covered extensively following its earlier release in America, so there's no need to go over old ground here. I'm just looking forward to hearing what he does next. I've given this a rating of 85 out of 100 and it's available now on Spacebomb.
CosmicAlternativeMusic.com